Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Gregor John Lee, and tonight we're doing a great video on La Obra de Destino, which, to me, is a great cigar currently. I've been smoking it for a bit of a minute while dealing with a technical issue with my phone. Now, this is a Sumatra blend that he has, which, to me, I already smoked the original blend. Which to me is a great cigar, hands down without a doubt. And it smokes differently, but smokes as great as the broadleaf, if you ask me. Okay, won't work. For some odd reason, people's not allowing me to share videos. That's fine. Now, I'm gonna find out a way to talk to Pedro on my live stream, but today's video, we will just do a review. Now, for this video, I got to admit, it's it smokes smooth, right? It's not as much of a powerhouse as the broadleaf, which is great because broadleaf needs to be its own cigar. The Sumatra smokes as a smooth, spicy Maduro. The thing about this one that I like the most, and there's no negative really, because of my culinary background, I like the spicy notes in a cigar. Right? I really enjoy the nice spicy notes in a cigar. From what the writer is telling me, it's in an Ecuadorian Alaskan wrapper and Sumatra binder. Right? So in other words, what you see on top is the Ecuadorian Alaskan wrapper. I know I'm butchering the O word, but it's spelled OSURO wrapper, and a Sumatra inside the cigar binder. But it still smokes great. Thank you. Now, if anyone knows me, knows that I'm really big on business, right? Talking business, talking with cigars. This is one of those cigars that I would suggest. The Sumatra, the Sumatra blend and the broadleaf blend is a good cigar to have in your hand while you're smoking, while you're talking business. Many of the Perdomo brands are also good with that, but if you need a good cigar to smoke while you're talking business, or you're actually going out talking to somebody, having that conversation, it's a good blend to have. Now, the one question I did want to ask Pedro was I want to have a sit down with him, hopefully in a week or so. I'm gonna arrange that at Burnt Leaf. Is does he plan on adding more to his line? Because I have 3 humidors out at home full of cigars. This one, these two that he has, in my opinion, are the top notch. In France, they say la crème de la crème of cigars. To me, this is what this cigar is to me. It's la crème de la crème. And it's strong. I don't, especially with his cigars, yeah, I catch my breath. I don't suggest you smoking it on an empty stomach. Okay? Eat some salad, oh, not salad, there's some stuff on salad right now. Eat some protein before you eat this. Chicken, steak, whatever. Eat those before you smoke the cigar. Because this will knock you on your behind. Now, I know this is a Sumatra wrapper, and I wanted to have something that could balance this cigar out when I smoke it. So, one of my favorite rums I decided to drink with is Dos Mujeres 5x5. Right? That's what I decided to drink. I'm not drinking this whole bottle, mind you. I have myself a glass. And to balance it out, I also added a half a teaspoon of maple syrup. See now, normally I don't like it when a cigar starts off light, then goes off strong. But the way Pedro did it with his cigar, I forgot that it was doing it until I was doing the review. I'm actually focusing on the notes. Now, I'm normally a stickler for cigars that are over the $14 mark, but for this, it's worth it. Smoothness. Actually, I could taste the cedar and coconut notes in this cigar. I don't really like notes of cedar notes in most cigars, but this way you can taste it. The coconut notes. I'm not well. My brother will tell you I'm hyper masculine. That being said, this is the man's man cigar. If you ask me. Any real man would want to smoke a cigar. But also, like they say, it's not for the faint of heart. All right. Now, the one else I would like to ask Pedro when I do have him sit down with him and talk about his cigar is Does he plan on staying a boutique cigar, or does he plan going more of the name brand now route? Because if he goes name brand route, like up against what done with AJ Fernandez, with this cigar alone, this one brought beef. You could have run for the money. Now, I'm a big Perdomo fanboy myself, especially with the Sungrown and Maduro. I'm not really a big fan of the Connecticut that much, besides the Habano and the Tapier and the Champagne. But when it comes to the upper ones, the Sungrown and the Maduro, this boy right here, he got them beat. Now, if you're looking for a nice coconut cigar after a nice meal, right? Let me paint a picture for you. You come home from work. Your wife makes you a nice plate of steak, okay? Some mixed vegetables, a little bit of rice. You eat that. And before you go to bed, you want to have a nice cigar. That's it right there, okay? That's it. Now, for those newbies getting into the cigar experience, I don't suggest that you smoke. I don't suggest it as your first cigar. It would knock you on your behind. Let's just say, for example, if this was my first cigar I ever smoked, I'll be high as a kite all night. But I'm so used to smoking cigars, I won't have that issue. The thing about cigars, look at, okay, I'll give you a little brief history on cigars, all right? One of my favorite brands, which some of the guys at Front might give me a Passover, is Perdomo, right? Now, Nick Perdomo, the president CEO of Perdomo Cigars, started his company out of his garage. Now that company is worth nearly $10 million. All right. What I'm trying to say is, Pedro works at Burton Cigar Lounge. Okay. I won't be surprised the way this smokes right now. I won't be surprised 10 to 15 years from now. I'm not trying to sound like John Gotti. He's worth that much money. Okay. In the rap industry, there's a song by Drake, started from the bottom, now we're here. He's on his way up. Don't let it get to your head though, but he's on his way up. Now, I'm gonna finish smoking this cigar right now. It's gone. Now, before I let you guys go, it said that this is a 54 ring gauge. It might be. Okay. And I normally like the bigger ring gauge, like the 56, like Perdomos are. It may be small. I had a second to grab and show you. Look at this, right? It's about the same size. Okay. But it packs. Sorry, it packs a mean punch when you smoke it. And I did a deep cut, and it packs a wicked punch. I'm gonna let you go with one of my favorite quotes from the John Gotti movie. All right, I'm gonna add my own flair to it. 10 to 15 years from now, you'll remember this cigar. 10 to 15 years from now, you will remember Pedro from the Berkeley Cigar Lounge. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you and God bless. I don't use the cigar bar for this. This is a strong cigar, great cigar. No issues, no issues to burn. Perfectly, perfectly round. Pedro, I'm proud of you.